Hey guys, hope y'all are doing great today. Just wanted to do this video on this wild mulberry I found. It's growing right at the base of this pretty large red maple tree, which was really interesting. And this is part of my yard that I have to kind of keep looking like a yard. And so I actually had mowed and kind of went right by here and kind of nicked the tree when it was small, and so it kind of died down to the stump, but then it regrew from that. And I'm guessing it's about 2 years old, so it kind of grew up the first year and I accidentally hit it, and then it came back the second year and regrew quite a bit. And so I realized it was a mulberry, and so I was glad that I didn't kill it when I hit it by the lawnmower. You know, a lot of people say, oh, is it a red mulberry? Is it a white mulberry? Is it a black mulberry? And around here, you know, it's probably a possibility that it is a white or red mulberry or a mix, maybe even a hybrid, you know, of the two. And but you know, I honestly don't care if it's white or red, black, as long as it's tasty. You know, some people get concerned, oh, you know, the red mulberries are native around here and the white aren't, so you know they can, you know, be invasive. But you know, I would love to have these be invasive and sprouting everywhere and producing all kinds of tasty fruit and give something for the critters to eat instead of wanting to get it off my other trees that I'd like. So just a neat find here, and I'm going to take this and transplant it over into my food forest, and that way it'll have some time to get some good roots in the ground before sprouting out this spring and get established, ready for our really hot summers we have here. So I get this moved over and transplant it out and dig it up if I can around these roots. It's kind of in a neat little spot here, kind of in the cleft of these roots, kind of kept it from, you know, being cut. So that was really neat. See if I can dig it up safely and move it over to my food forest, put it in a spot near some of the other mulberries, and see what happens. Always kind of fun, you know, finding something like this. You know, could be possibly, you know, just a male mulberry, but that would help with, you know, pollination and stuff at least. And could be not good, but it could also be amazing. So I always think these trees like this that come up are neat, and having the surprise of what's really in them. So that should be interesting. I'm going to try to move it over to my food forest and do an update after that. And just one more observation. It came up, this is actually let's see, this is true south right here. So this tree came up in a very, you know, less than ideal location, as it got very little sun here. So shows that mulberries, you know, can definitely tolerate some understory shade, and probably put this in a spot kind of mostly sun but also some shade, and see how it does. And hopefully it'll start growing really fast in its new spot. And because there's another wild mulberry nearby that is getting that kind of sun and doing really well. So that was just a observation that I saw that was kind of neat. So get this guy moved over and go from there. Alright, and so this is just an update digging down. You know, I couldn't really get too far down with the shovel, just with these, you know, giant roots right nearby. And I don't really want to, probably not going to harm the, you know, the big maple, but I don't really want to just go hacking everything up. But it actually, the soil was so rich right here. As you can see, it's nice. Our soil's kind of sandy here, but had a lot of, especially on top, there's the topmost part, just rich black soil. And this is neat. You know, these mulberries have these kind of orangish colored roots right there, and it goes down, you know, pretty straight, and then it forks out right here, and I can literally put my finger kind of underneath it. And so I'm going to try to just, you know, there's kind of a tiny one going out here, tiny one going out here. So, you know, not really too much of a tap root. Kind of goes down for about, let's say, maybe 6 6 inches or less, probably, you know, from the soil level up here down to the bottom. And so that was kind of neat, just seeing all that. And I think I can get these roots out pretty well and not disturb them. And when there's a small one actually that just kind of came out right there on the side. And you know, the old song, All Around the Mulberry Bush. It sends up these right here, as you can see, they're attached to the base right there. These are actually new shoots, and they were below the soil, or they're so close to it that I couldn't really see them. But if you look at that, there's buds on there, and so these buds will come up from the base and produce new shoots. There's another one right there, and so that's really neat. And there's some more roots coming off all this way from this side. So I think I can move this pretty good and salvage it, and we'll see how it turns out. Get the mulberry tree all dug up, and well, I was wrong. I thought it was gonna stop right here and branch out, but there's the other one on the other side where it was branching. Didn't branch really that far that way, and yeah, it continued on way down and way down and way down, and I eventually had to break it off because it was this thick, you know, probably down another foot, and I could kind of see where it was going to, but I couldn't pull it all up, and so I broke it off. And I think it'll be fine though, because it's got this nice side shoot right here, and there's some other smaller roots along here that I think it'll recover fine from. It may not grow too much this next year, but it should hang in there and have enough to survive. And so get it all planted up on there. And here's the mulberry planted out to its final spot on here. Got it in a nice kind of tucked away spot to hopefully just naturally discourage deer grazing, just up against this stump right here that's growing some new growth right out there to the side, and some other things coming up. And so hopefully it should be tucked away and can keep it having a put protection around it from the deer. But got it in this spot, and you can see that's where the lawnmower hit it right there in that wound right there that was healing over. So it came back great, and the buds on here look really healthy. No dieback or anything at all on the tips, so that's great. And it's right up beside this really tall, probably pushing 9 or 10 feet mulberry, so they're pretty close together. So that should hopefully, if it is a male, it may pollinize this one and have some seeds to start from mulberry soon, so that'd be exciting. I'll try to post some updates on how both of these are doing and see how they turn out soon. Bye guys.